We roll, we rage, and we rarely check for traps. We are Raging Rolls.
Welcome everybody to another session of Raging Rolls. I'm joined today by three fabulous co-players. Starting at the top here with Jeremy. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Jeremy here. I'll be playing Flint Blackwood, a dwarf level 5 cleric. Hell bent on trying to do whatever he can for his lord, his god Talos.
Beautiful, and I hope that the puzzles will be glorifying. Next up we have Mark.
Yeah, I'll be playing Garridan Gleamfoot, a forest gnome monk, rather. Yeah.
Beautiful, thanks so much. And lastly but not least, Dan.
I'll be playing Sneck, the lizard folk ranger rogue. Wasn't here for last session. He's coming to find out what happened to the party, or possibly take their bodies for his sustenance.
Either way, we should be in for an interesting session. All right. So as last week, does anybody want to quickly give a recap to make sure that not only the audience but Dan also knows what occurred last session?
I think it's going to have to be you, Jez. I was tapped out for so long last time. I came in, threw a punch, and it was game over.
Hey, pretty much. That's a synopsis and a half.
We had an extra errand to run after returning some party members to the Acquisitions Incorporated. And we were given a task to recover an extra jewel, treasure, crystal thing, just from this purple glowing room. Upon entry, we discovered that it looked like it had been ransacked, but as soon as we got close to the spot, we were transported into what we discovered was this puzzle realm, more or less an escape room of traps and puzzles and I think though we got through the first room. Managed to get out through the door and encounter a bunch of bad dudes.
Essentially.
And then we got stuck.
By spinning the wheel of purple.
That's right, the purple wheel of doom.
And as you sort of hear everybody enter, Dan, for yourself, Sneck, after a week of not knowing where any of the other players have gone to, you drop Hope off at the child center, and you find your way heading into the unknown. You work your way into the nice area of town again, and as the houses begin to spread out, eventually you are met at the location of the house that you're searching for. Your contact at Acquisitions Incorporated made it very clear that this was exactly where your party was last sent to explore. As you walk in, it's an empty house, and no doors are locked. But the ominous purple glow that comes from the chamber off to the right of the entrance invites you in. And the beautiful faceted sides of the gem that lays there with the beautiful purple glow is alluring enough to tempt the mind of a Sneck. And with a simple touch, your world fades and the dark blackness swallows your vision. Before you know it, you awaken to see a purplish glow again, but this time the purple sits in the middle of a dark room. In front of you, you see several creatures or people that you've never really seen before. You see what looks to be a cultist, including a cultist dead on the floor. You also see another lizard folk, seeming unconscious on the ground. And you see an orc that is wounded, blood pouring down their side, as two of your party members, Flint and Gary, stand facing the mass of enemies that you now see in front of you. And just as you are about to face them and react, you see the enemies disappear. And you hear a voice echo through the chamber. As from above, you hear, "Welcome! I see that we have another guest in the puzzle realm."
What's going on?
Isn't that a puzzling question?
Does this guy say puzzle a lot? I have a feeling he's going to say puzzle a lot.
Well, it's kind of my whole thing, but yes. I am your puzzle master, and you have been brought into my domain.
Flint, what's going on? Where are we?
Oh, thank God you're here, Snack. We have no idea we are, but all that we know is we must press onwards to find a way out. You're in luck.
The only way. Oh yes, please continue.
I was saying that you're in luck that you've managed to dodge the first, or get through the first challenge quite quickly and easily. I hope you didn't have too much of the damage in Ghost Tea.
No, I was smart enough to avoid that.
Yes, isn't that a coincidence?
Well, we really want to. I mean, I'm glad you've turned up and made these other guys disappear because we were starting to look pretty stretched right now.
Weren't there more of you before?
They were.
So
you turned up and they disappeared.
And you hear the Puzzle Master's voice echo. I think this would be much more fun if I split you into 2 teams.
That doesn't sound like much
Doesn't
fun.
work.
Oh, are you not having fun in the puzzle realm? Well, perhaps I can interest you in, let's say, another puzzle.
Puzzles be
And
damned.
the room begins to again swirl, the purple energy blasting out around you as you are quickly found in a room that is hot. You find yourself surrounded by lava as you are in the center of this sort of cement circular block. Feel free to drop yourselves in here.
I feel actually quite rejuvenated being in the heat.
Good. So, Snack is potentially really comfortable. The rest of you sweating a little bit. You see in front of you a circular room with equidistant bridges off to other platforms. My drawing skills besides, this is a well-engineered room. You
had fun in MS Paint, didn't you?
Hey, it's a great utility. You see in front of you, on each of these platforms, is a giant candle. And you find yourselves here. And alongside all of this, there is a table set in the center of the room. And on this table, there are 6 keys. Each of them are of a different sort. You have a copper one, an iron one, a lead one, a gold one, an aluminium one, and lastly, one made of what looks to be rock that's been sort of carved down. And the puzzle master comes over the sort of the top of everything, says, 6 keys and 6 candles. Can you figure this one out before the lava drowns you? Let's see.
Damn you, Puzzle Master.
This is a TPK.
Yeah. What's this little red dot just here?
That is MS Paint that I wasn't able to get rid of.
Awesome. Okay.
We'll start with that one. Walk over there.
Actually,
What
I'll
do we
stay in the middle. Go on, mate.
What do we see close to these candles? And if we're looking for keyholes,
Go ahead and make a perception check. Or an investigation, whichever. Probably investigation, sorry. Ooh, here it comes. Oh, beautiful 6. So you see in front of you a candle with a wick standing on a beautiful platform, either side of which is just a fount of lava. The bridge behind you, beautiful wood construction, but otherwise not really worth mentioning. And as you go to look for a keyhole, all you find is a waxy exterior of this candle.
Is there
I
any
think
correlation between the keys that are on this thing and the candles, or
All the candles look identical.
and are the wicks they're just not lit?
The wicks are unlit.
How far down is the lava?
At the moment, you can see it's from about 3 meters down. But even as you look, you see it is 2.9.
Is there any possibility that I can get a torch down to it or close enough for it to ignite?
Have you got rope?
Yeah, I've got rope
Yeah,
and torches and
flint?
stuff.
Oh yeah,
we do have a flint.
or maybe some sort of a magical creature.
I pick up the flint and I throw it in the lava.
Wait. Everyone chill.
No. You meant to whack it against the stones. You just pummel him.
Can I have a look around? Are all the flames, all the candles, all the flames, the color, everything's exactly the same?
So at the moment, you have not seen any of them lit.
Yeah, I'm going to. That's what I'm doing. Is I'm getting a rope and a torch, and I'm lowering it down till it gets lit, so I can bring it back up, and then I'm going to go light a candle.
There, Snack, what are you doing? You're going to kill yourself. I know you liked it hot, but let's just be reasonable here. Just come back up. I've got the means to light one of these things.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you say that before?
Well, you got to try to jump off the edge of into the lava before I had
No,
a chance.
I wasn't going to jump off. That's what the rope is for. I'm very smart. Ever since that one time.
Okay, from where I am, can I try to light the one on the right-hand side using Sacred Flame?
Absolutely. So you call down a radiant energy from your sort of communication with your god as a flame billows around the wick. And although a little bit excessive, the wick does light. And it lights a beautiful yellow color.
This one, right?
Yes, correct.
Does the color
Alright.
match any of the keys?
There's a gold key.
Tagging that as gold.
There is gold. Copper is more orange for sure.
How many times can you do that, Flint?
It's a cantrip, so I think
Main
that's
as I want. So
limited.
I'm just going to. Can I just go light the remaining 5
Sure.
candles?
So which way are you doing it?
Let's go
I don't like how we said
anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise, just to make things difficult. I love it. So you light the yellow candle in a beautiful way, and sort of moving your arm over to the candle to the left of it, you send your sacred flame, and as you do, the yellow candle goes out, and suddenly the candle to the left lights blue.
Okay.
I think we need to
Will
figure
then
out.
be aluminium?
We need to figure out what color each one of these things are. I think first, unless
And the
someone.
lava is rising. It's only got about 2 meters left.
Flint, be quick about quickly.
Okay, can I just go around quick succession, just light
Nuking them
one
all.
after the other, find out what colors they are.
You end up going. You sort of light the one again to the left again, and the blue candle goes out. This one shining a beautiful red crimson. And as you continue to go, as you light that candle, every candle in the room flashes red. And then you go to the one on the left of it again, it flashes green, and the red one goes out. You go again to the left of that, flashes orange, the rest of them go out. And then as you come to the last one that you haven't tested yet, a beautiful violet color brightens the room as the rest fade to nothing.
All right. I feel like there's something special about the one.
We've
and
got
the-
1.5 meters left. It's coming for you
What
now.
happens if you go the other way?
We haven't got time for that. Somebody take the iron key, I think.
So
over-
as you are all just thinking desperately to what to do, you feel again for the first time, Snake. This energy seemed to be sapping from you. You see a mist sort of fly from you into the ceiling from your companions. As the more they struggle with the problem, the more it seems that this mist rises.
Okay, is there any negative effects, or just feel a little bit black?
just a little bit bleh. Just a little bit underwhelming.
Bless Nick.
I feel woozy.
Yeah, a little bit lackluster.
Okay,
Snake.
Right.
I'll
I'm
grab the
thinking
gold
we
key.
focus on 3 p.m. Yeah,
No,
3 p.m. being yellow and gold.
no. I think take up to the red one, which caused the most difference in effect.
Well, you can take. Well, which one's red then? Would that be iron or copper or?
I'd say it'd be iron.
Well, you grab that iron key, and I'll grab the gold key, and I'll run over to this one.
Pick a key, Gary. You got a key.
I'll grab the rock key.
Beautiful. Rock on.
I don't know where I'm going with it at this point, but it just seems like the most different.
I'm gonna.
Flint's gonna grab the key,
Yeah, but-
take it over to the flame, and just drop it into the flame.
Beautiful. So which key are you using?
I have the iron key.
The iron key. Awesome. So do you light the key first? Sorry, do you light the flame first?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So lighting the flame again, this color spreads across the whole room, lighting all the candles red, and then only this candle maintains its redness.
Guys!
There you go, and you drop the key in,
Yep.
and it lands there and does nothing.
Okay, guys. I think I've got it. Hear me out. We need to get all the right keys to all the right spots, and then light the red one, which will light them all.
Dude,
Okay, well,
You've got one more meter before you burn to a crisp.
I will
does
grab-
he interrupt a lot? Like, it's really annoying.
What? Okay.
Does he interrupt a lot? It's really annoying.
Yeah, pretty much. It's again, it's kind of his thing.
All right, I'm gonna drop the gold key with this one, with the wick.
yellow.
Yeah, gold with the yellow.
Orange for coppery, do you think?
Yep. I agree.
Well, wouldn't copper be? Was there a green light? Or...
There was a green.
There is green and there's also blue.
Yeah, oh, I think aluminium might be blue.
There's also violet.
Okay.
Violet might be rock for some reason. I don't know.
So you reckon copper's green?
Well, because when copper gets older, it goes green. So
It goes green. Yeah.
Okay. But then what does that make orange? Lead?
yeah, lead, and then violet rock maybe.
Fuck, it's worth a try.
Look, I hope maybe it'll signal if it's correct.
Yeah.
Now let's
Oh,
quickly
fuck,
do
fine.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think we're pretty confident about yellow being gold.
Yes.
I'm just marking the colors on here so you guys have an easier time.
Thank you.
So you should see a square of color minus the red one down the bottom that matches the color. So you move all of the keys to the flames, and are you having them all in the flame, like in the candle itself, before you light the red one?
Yes, I think if everyone drops them in the top of the candle, yes, that's
Yeah,
the place
beautiful.
to put them.
And as you do that, with the intensity of the puzzle looming, you light the red candle, and again, the flash of red going around the room, and the keys sit there doing nothing.
Is anything still alight?
No,
The one original red candle.
Well, lads, I'm out of ideas.
All right. Well, this is going to be a very short stream tonight.
the floor is literally about to be lava.
Okay.
We must have them in the wrong order. Is there a sequence to this? We have to do them in the right sequence. How do keys relate to candles?
Well, I truly hope that none of you ever expected to see a rainbow again.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
And he says, well, no matter. Only half a meter left.
All right.
Rainbow, is it a clue?
Okay, everyone, back to
Oh.
the center. I don't know what key to use yet. Everyone grab a key and take them back to the center.
Okay. Yep. Grab keys and.
Okay, can
red
I
and
shoot
yellow
them?
and.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot them in the sequence of the rainbow colors. Red, orange,
So you're gonna
yellow,
light
green,
the
blue,
candle like
violet.
that?
Yep.
Beautiful. So as you are standing in the middle of this room, you again light the red candle. Sort of this is your go-to at this point. It's the lowest of all of them, having burnt down a bit. And again it lights, sparking the rest of them. You turn around behind you, smashing your sacred flame to the orange candle. And again, the rest of the room lights up in orange, but the red and the orange candles stay lit. you go to yellow again, and the same thing happens with
Origin.
red, orange, yellow staying lit. You slowly move through, lighting left, right, and center. Suddenly, you're on the last candle as the lava begins to lap at the edges of the platforms. You shoot your sacred flame at the violet candle, and suddenly everything goes to black.
At least we're
reach
not on
out.
fire.
I just pat the door. That'll do for me. That'll do.
And you find yourselves back in the room that you were in before. And he
The
says,
keys?
the keys have disappeared. And you hear the voice come over. Well, I'd say that you unlocked the secret of that puzzle.
Damn you, Puzzle Master.
Got you again, didn't I?
How do we get out of here?
Oh, I say it's very simple. All you have to do is continue to be a part of the escape, yes. And as again you puzzle, you find a little bit of that energy float away, and you see it sort of float into the crystal at the center of the room here.
Can I go touch the crystal?
You may. As you walk up, you go to get close, and you feel an intense energy field surrounding the crystal. And you hear the voice again say, "Oh, I wouldn't make it so easy for you to touch my things there, would I?" Now, I remember us all having a bit of fun last time with the wheel of purple. Shall we?
What's a wheel of purple?
I think you spin it and then you kill the DM.
Oh, I did it. It's over. I've done it.
No, now
We're still trapped in here.
indefinitely.
What's the wheel of purple?
I
It's
think that was
basically a
Link,
Wheel of
actually.
Fortune, and it's like the.
Is there a link in the chat? Yes, here we go. I'll see if I can help Robin.
Is that what he did? He's clicked on the link and. Oh,
Yep, I'm
no.
back. There we go. Beautiful. So, as I prepared earlier, here is the wheel decide in the Discord chat. So, if you could all please find your way over to the wheel decide, the purple ring of enemies, and go ahead and tell me what you roll.
I can't see it.
It should be in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, roll 20 trade. Okay.
Yeah.
Vanta Black.
Got to throw a brand name in there, you know.
Switch your video on
Oh god.
Dame of Doom.
Oh, is it still off? All right. I've got to be ominous. There we go.
There you go.
And we're back in the tropics, and then we're back in the tavern. Good.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay. Flint roll
Got
on
to
2.
enjoy the fun of it.
Light purple.
Oh, a 2,
Dark purple.
which is
Dark purple is number 7.
number 7. And lastly, we got. What did you get, Mark?
Vanta Black for 10.
Oh, a 10. That is an interesting roll, to say the least. Beautifully done. I mean, you know, I can't say yes or no to that. That would be giving away the plot, wouldn't it? We are doing. So you guys all, as you spin, each of you look at the number you are given and take a step back, and you hear the puzzle master say, "That one sure will be a fun one, won't it?" And you see yourselves again, each time rolling, and when Vanta Black is rolled, he goes, "Ooh, that was not a good roll for you, is it? I wouldn't have chosen that one personally, but you know, I admire your spirit. It is a novel spirit."
Do I get to respin?
Oh no, that would be against the spirit of the challenge, then, wouldn't it?
Can I buy a vowel?
You know, if you survive this, I will give you the opportunity to perhaps get out of here alive, if that's good of a consolidation prize. How does that sound?
It's not bad.
Take
Excellent.
that.
Excellent. Well, indeed. So what I'll do today is, I think we'll just take an increased punishment because of your friend's misroll, and instead of 3 small foes, what's one large foe? How does that sound? Everybody along for the ride?
What? For sure.
For sure. I like your spirit. Very, very good.
Backing away.
He begins to think. He's like, well, just give me a moment. I'm trying to find the worst of the monsters that I have in my my collection here.
So we
And he looks and he says, Banshee. No, that would be too easy. How about we go for something a little bit more difficult? The whole screaming thing just gets me every time. Well, I think this one would be kind of fun. You know what's better than one head?
no
Anybody
heads.
have a guess?
No heads.
No, two heads are better than one, of course. And he says, I found this one on my adventures. Feel free to introduce yourselves. This is my Etten. And in front of you summons a ogreish creature, large body with 2 heads with massive fangs coming out of them. As the bearded creature looks towards you with a club in each hand, with one head growling at you, Mark, and the other, Gary, and the other one looking over at Sneck. And both heads look equally vicious. And what I'll get from all of you is for you to roll initiative.
Awesome.
I'm just going to quickly clear the initiative, sorry. Woo. Go for it.
Oh, that's good. Pretty good.
Come on, Gary. Oh, I rolled twice. Take the first. It's
I'll take the worst roll. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Of course, this happens to be, I misspelled Ed. I was like, this is going to be the only creature I don't manage to have a picture of. But luckily I do. So this large, lumbering beast finds its way in front of you all. And it's going to be a bit bigger. There we go.
I was about to say he's about the same size as us.
No. He's
No.
He's
enough
entirely
bulk for
much
2.
bigger and entirely too close to where I am.
So your first roll was a 14, Gary. So we'll just pop you down to 14. And we will quickly roll for our friend, the Epson. And I found out what's really fun with roll 20 is monsters on D&D Beyond actually can be used with the D&D Beyond. Beyond 20, whatever that add-on is. And I can actually roll from D&D Beyond, which is really cool.
Oh, yay.
And so this one here is a 5 on the initiative, which is a little bit lackluster.
That's good.
So he says, I'll give you all a head start. Go ahead and try and see if you can defeat my beautiful creature.
Oh shit.
Quick question. Are we, have we rested at all between bouts or puzzles or...
You feel perhaps even tireder now that you've had more energy sucked from you since the last encounter.
I think that's a no, Gary.
But, and I may have missed this last time, some of us have health potions that we got granted.
Correct. And I will allow you to have drunken some in that last puzzle encounter if you wish.
Oh, it's not that. I'm trying to get my key points back.
Does that mean you get key points when you drink potions?
No. For sure, rest I would. Sorry, I've only spent one.
Good.
Okay.
First up is Snack.
Oh, hi. Okay. I'm going to, with my with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on tall, big, and ugly as fuck. And then I'm going
I'm not ugly. Then the other one says, you're ugly.
Awesome. And then I'm going to use my 40 feet of movement and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way back there.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do what I sometimes do, and shoot it with my longbow.
All right, go ahead and roll.
26 to hit.
Hits.
Awesome. I'm not going to get my snack attack this round.
Not the snack attack.
No, I don't get that. So I'll just get my normal damage for my longbow. 6. And for my hunter's mark, which, that's the one I didn't add. I knew I'd forgotten one thing for my character. That's only a d6 though, so
Go ahead.
extra 3.
9 in total.
Yeah, and then as Dread Ambusher, part of
That tickles.
awesome. So part of my turn, if I take the attack action, I get the second attack. So I'm going to shoot him again. 14 to hit.
As you quickly double fire your bow, both attacks hit this creature. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Awesome. All right. And another 6 points of damage. So
And the hunter's mark as well?
Hunter's mark only once per turn.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So, yeah, beautiful. Another strike. If you could stop tickling me now, that'd be good. And he starts to feel the pinprick of your arrows as it hits them.
That's okay.
Gary.
Far away from me.
Gary.
Gary's gonna back. Oh, no, drawing. Gary's gonna back up a little bit, and then attempt to throw a dagger, a poison dagger.
Why do none of you want to be friends with me?
Cause. So here we go. It's coming. I think slowly. Come on, roll 20. No, I've rolled into Beyond, or D&D Beyond.
Beautiful. Your dagger flies end over end across the distance. You feel like you almost didn't throw enough power, but as you see the trajectory, you see the monster look right towards it, step in a little bit closer to inspect what's coming, and as it does, the angle is perfect, and it pierces him right in sort of the chest. And he says, "You're not very friendly," as you do 6 points of damage.
So it's, and I've got to roll a manual 1d6 roll. For poison.
Oh, I'm not feeling very good. I feel pretty funny now. And you see this sort of, from the wound, just the poison starts to spread and the veins start to pop up out of their chest. And one of them says, "Stop complaining! Just kill him!"
So what I'll do is attack number 2. I will go for a dart.
Ooh, again, another good hit. 9 points of piercing damage as it, again, you sort of impale it again as it sort of turns away and recoiling from your attack. And, oh! And then one of them starts to, try and move away from the attacker. The other one starts to try and face them, and it's a really awkward look. Any other attacks?
No, that's it for me.
Beautiful. So, the creature of two minds looks again, one looking at Gary, one looking at Flint, and they begin to argue under their breath, and you manage to pick up, "That one's shorter. That one's tastier." And you say, you chose last time. Fine. And they charge up towards you, Flint.
Oh, jeez.
And they start to bring
What did you roll? What did you roll, Flint?
Nothing.
10.
Yeah.
Have you? No. Sorry, I apologize. You are first. I accidentally skipped.
Okay.
They will. No. You don't know what they're gonna do, but you know.
I might run away.
In hindsight, probably not a bad idea.
Okay.
I'm going to move just out of range.
Sensing imminent danger, Flint is going to first summon his giant stone hammer using spiritual weapon as his bonus action at level 2.
You had a vision of what was to come.
No premonition. Your god enlightening you.
So with a
Definitely hits.
21 to hit. Cast at level 2. That will be 6 force damage.
Beautiful. Who's holding this sword? Where are you? Come out! Face us like a humanoid.
Giant hammer. And then as an action, Flint is going to summon all from the energy in the room and just clap his hands and cast shadow in the direction of the Etten at level 2. Now this is going to do, using Channel Divinity, the full damage because it's lightning and thunder.
You were waiting to pull that one out of the bag.
It was. So that's 3d8, so that's 24 damage.
24 damage.
crap.
Wow. As
Does it have a save?
through the darkness of this room, you see the lightning start to assemble, coalesce, and just smite down to this creature. You see blood start to pour out of him as the lightning rips a path through his side. As they both scream in unison, the sort of roughness of the two voices definitely not harmonizing, being quite guttural to the ear.
You do get a save throw. Sorry, I missed that. But
Let's see, they probably do have a pretty good con save.
no, you deal maximum damage, so maybe maximum damage doesn't matter. No
if
half
it,
damage.
oh, yeah, cool.
Just Channel Divinity. And then as a movement, I'm going to
I'm
get
going to
that.
assume that he just doesn't get a chance to save, but we can check that later.
Yeah, I'm going to get the hell out of dodge. Just sort of run.
Good choice.
Oh, I've got 25 feet of movement. Shit. How far can I go?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Don't come near me.
Just going to split the difference there.
So he can move to that
Take a
spot
breath.
right there, which is going to be pretty handy.
Oh lord.
Hello, friend. He's not our friend. And suddenly you see both the Morning Axe and the Battle Axe, sorry, Morning Star and the Battle Axe come towards you in sort of a unified strike. The first one with a 26.
Yeah.
You feel the 11 points of slashing damage come through you as the battle axe pierces your side, slashing through. So 11 points of slashing. And then as you get hit by that, the Morning Star comes from the other side with a natural 20, hitting you for 21 points of damage.
Oh, this is
Oh,
gonna be short-lived.
that's what you get for throwing us with sharp things.
Did you want to be friends?
I did before, but not anymore. I never wanted to be friends. As we head back to us next turn.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Snake doesn't want to get anywhere near that thing. He instead, if I shoot from where I am, will I be able to hit the thing or?
Yeah, of course. You can definitely get there from there.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it with my longbow, as is my go-to. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Excellent. So, and I get my sneak attack because it's right next to Gary, don't I?
Yes.
Okay, so longbow damage is 7. Hunter's mark. Oh, sorry, not 7. 11 points of damage for normal longbow.
Nice.
Hunter's mark takes that up to 13, and then snake attack is another 5. So maths, 18 points of damage on that.
So as you just shoot arrow after arrow into this creature, you see that your last arrow takes the neck. You see the slice through, and you can see the vitals, but you can see that you missed them by a mere millimeter as this creature manages to barrel through, barely hanging on to life as blood pours from several wounds in its body.
You got this,
Can
Gary.
I, can I recon on something? He's poisoned.
Oh.
Attacks are at disadvantage.
I mean, you. I will not recon, but I will instead give you a consolation prize, and say that as this creature turns to you as this arrow flies through, it goes to try and hit you again, before stopping in its tracks as you see the blackness has spread even further. And the poison dagger that you did throw, while it may not have stopped him in his tracks, it did indeed end his life as he just topples over towards you.
Oh.
And make a dex check with advantage. Dex save, sorry.
Dex save with advantage is +8, so...
Beautiful. So
Is that
leaping
one? Just a second.
leaping out of the way of this giant creature, it barrels down towards you as the black smokiness on the floor billows out as it sort of falls. And you have defeated the creature of the puzzle realm.
Wow.
That's my kill.
I thought that was going to be a lot harder, a lot longer. So I think we dodged a
Well,
bullet there.
I surely thought that you wouldn't have been able to do it that quickly, but no matter, there's plenty more puzzles where that came from.
That's right. He was about to wear a whole heap of flurry of blows.
So I think based on how hurt you are, I wouldn't want you to succumb to my puzzles just yet. Maybe you could take a little nap, and I will come back to you with another round of the puzzle round.
Or you could always let us go.
Yeah.
Oh, let you go? What do you mean?
Let us leave. We
Like-
can in our own beds.
Like not in the puzzle realm?
Yes.
Wow. Well, anyway, enjoy your nap.
It was worth a try.
As he sort of leaves for a while. So feel free to take a short rest here, if you guys would like.
Just remind me short rest rules in terms of rolling hit die. I have
You
5
can roll as
slots.
many hit dice as your level
Okay.
per long rest.
Long
And
rest. Okay.
and how long is a long rest for?
I mean, like, what's it typically? Like 30 minutes is a long rest? As a
Says
rough guide.
At least an hour
Okay.
long, but whatever.
So you guys take an hour. It's
Okay.
you guys are getting
Alright.
a chance to catch your breath.
I'll mark off the spell slot for Hunter's Mark because that's gone now.
Hey, thanks for
Okay.
the follow, Rito. Rito? If I'm saying that
Welcome.
right.
Good to have you on board. I hope you're being enticed by the Puzzle Master.
And,
one of my
and
favorite
rolling hit die. Rolling hit die is it's 1d8 plus 4, and I have a total of 5. So is it 5 times 1d8 plus 4?
I think, at least how I understand it, you have to roll. You only get your con modifier once, and you have to sort of dedicate however many hit dice you want to use in the short rest.
5d8 plus 4 kind of thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Are you using all your hit die?
I might need to. I'm on 9.
Yeah, that was a really good hit by that cretin.
I might roll, see how far I get up, and might maybe roll again. Let's say 3d8. Nope. Let's do it this way.
1d8 Constitution.
Okay, so 14 plus 4, I'll do 18. I might need to top that off. 27. No,
Nice.
I might just go whole hog.
Going all the way.
Plus another 4. Okay, so plus 10. That's better.
It might be
37.
a bit healthier.
37 out of 41, but I am tapped for hit die now.
It's pretty good. Well done. Well done.
Ouch.
So yeah, you sit there for a while, just patching yourself up, just trying to remember what it felt like to not be bleeding and in pain. And eventually, you find that space. Anybody else healing up? You guys all good?
I'm good. I
just
didn't
up.
get touched.
Well done. Well done.
I was still
Alright,
carrying
so-
injuries from the cup of tea and the punching door which I encountered.
Are you guys
Punching door?
that was the door from the last puzzle? Like it basically retaliated in kind with whatever they did. So definitely gave it a good whack. Ended up like why did you punch it?
No, I gave it a cup of tea and it just sort of drank it and then punched me in the face or something. I can't.
Oh
we
no,
gave it-
because I think you gave it a cup of tea and then try to like open the door without without its permission.
just opened it. And went,
All right. So as you guys are relaxing, are you guys doing anything while you wait? Are you chatting at all?
do you recover any spell slots on a short rest? I don't think you do, right?
Depends on your
Only
class.
if you're a wizard. Only if you're a wizard,
Yeah,
really.
okay. Forget about it.
I'm gonna, Snake's just gonna look at them both and be like, "There's got to be a way to get out of here besides just doing these puzzles."
Don't look at me. I didn't manage to get through any of the puzzle rooms before.
Can we?
I arrived just before you.
Is it worth distracting the puzzle master and trying to get this crystal while it's sitting there?
Can I shoot at the crystal?
Something tells me that we are earning our way out of this puzzle realm. Each puzzle we solve is a mote of energy that's going into the purple crystal.
I do feel like it's the
Yes.
only way onward is to continue with the puzzle.
Are you shooting it?
Yeah. Have you guys tried to shoot the crystal?
No, we have not. Feel free to shoot an arrow at it if you like.
All right, shoot.
Sue touched it. I think that's what got us into the mess.
Yeah, originally in the sort of material plane. As you shoot this arrow, you're watching it fly and arc across the air, the crystal being here. The arrow arcs down, and as it's about to hit the shield that is holding the crystal, it all fades to black. And you find yourselves in a different room.
Oh, jeez.
Snack, what have you done?
Is everyone rested? I hope everyone's rested.
So all of you are at the bottom of this green section to the south. Please align yourselves along there, if you will.
Quick question: how quickly would we have died in the lava in the last?
I mean, you would have lost your feet first, and that would have been a very character moment. It would have been a whole thing. The puzzle master comes out over. That was not very polite of you. I bring you into my home and you try and shoot my things.
Hey, I'm just testing. It could have been part of a puzzle, Mr. Puzzle Master Man.
You could just ask me. I'm obligated to tell you what is the puzzle and what isn't.
What's this puzzle, and how do we beat it?
Well, this puzzle is a really interesting one. I've heard that what adventurers love more than puzzles is traps. Now, this is both a puzzle and a trap.
This is
Fuck,
not going
it's
to
our
go
worst
well.
nightmare. It's our worst
How
nightmare.
puzzling. And now, I know our namesake is that we rarely check for traps, but in this case, I would encourage checking for traps.
And not with our faces.
I mean, you do you. So in front of you is a 10 by 10 grid of tiles that are spread across, and on the other side a green sort of strip much like your own. And the voice comes again. If you make it to the other side, I'm sure that you'll be okay. But you won't progress until you find all the spots that do not kill you.
Wait, we have to find the spots that don't kill us as well as get across to the other side.
Yes.
One of my people in
Anyone
my
getting
priesthood-
Minesweeper vibes?
Do we have any enemies we can throw onto this map and see
What
where
a
what
weird
springs to
thing
life?
to say. This one is called Trap Sweeper.
Can I reach out? Can I reach out with my spear and touch the first
Wait,
tile
no.
in front of me?
Oh, fuck.
So you
So
are.
I'm not moving onto it, but I'm giving
So
this one a nudge.
you touch it, and you feel like it tries to move, and suddenly you hear another voice. Oh, you'd make it far too easy if you could just poke it with a stick, couldn't I?
I check for
But I
traps.
like the tenacity.
I would like to. Oh, I feel ill just saying this. I would like to check for traps.
It just hurts.
Dirty words.
Wrong.
I'd like to check.
Rod would hate it right now if he was.
Yeah, I would like to check the square in front of me for traps.
So are you standing out into the square?
Before I stand on it, I'm going to check it for traps.
Okay, so you are going to be rolling a investigation check. All right. Well, it looks to be a tile of sorts with some way of almost a depression mechanism. But looking around, you don't seem to see any difference between it and all of the tiles around it. This music is so good.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything.
All right,
It's in,
well,
in Roll20.
we're not gonna get anywhere by doing nothing.
Indeed!
And I push Flint. I grab Flint.
Are you resisting Flint?
I didn't think I was ready for it. I'll end up stumbling forward.
Good. All right. So
Hey,
as you lunge forward, your foot lands on the pad in front of you, and go ahead and make a Dex save.
Oh shit! Dexterity as a dwarf is not my strong suit.
Yes, but your blast resilience possibly is.
20!
So as you land forward, you are stumbling across the map, and your foot landing on this spike is very brief as you then stumble forward further to the one in front of it. The one behind you, you hear the sound of spikes shink as they come through the tiles, but the one that you end up landing on, while depressed, is safe.
Knew you had it, Flint. Knew you had it.
You could have been the death of me, Snake. This may be the death of you.
All right. Well, we know. Can we mark where we've already found a
Yeah,
trap?
just take it. If you use the pen, feel free to make a mark on the actual the map itself.
It looks pretty.
It does.
All right.
You first.
Well, we have to find all the traps first. Now, I don't think this in front of me here is trapped.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think you are up to the challenge. Feel free to just cross to the other side.
Oh, okay then. I'm going to take a step forward onto the one that I checked before.
And
Safe.
you feel as your foot touches the tile depresses. And waiting for the spikes, you hold with anticipation, and nothing happens.
Oh, thank God. All right, Gary.
Come on now, don't tell me you can't even do this one. I've already made it easy for you. As you step
Gary's
forward,
going to take a step forward.
you again feel the pressure as you click the mechanism of the plate, and nothing happens.
This is going to be either really fun or really stupid.
Why not both?
Yeah, I'm going to sprint across the map to the other side.
All right, cool. Are you doing it in a straight line?
Yeah, let's go straight line. Let's go straight line.
Is anybody else watching him go through this?
Oh yes, watching for what ones go down and explode and what ones don't.
I'm kind of
So
doing that.
I will give
I
you.
think-
What I'm
Don't
going to
worry,
do is I'm going to give you an athletics check to see how fast you're running through this, and from there we'll figure out how many of them are just going to strike.
Oh, 15.
15. All right, so you run as fast as you possibly can, trying to sprint to the other side, and the first step forward you take, shink, as the spike appears, and unfortunately, without you trying to dodge, it manages to make its way right into your shin. So
Ow.
right into the bottom of your foot. You take 1 point of piercing damage
Ow.
as it pokes. You continue to run forward. And again, you are quickly as the next step again with a spike sink through your foot as you take 2 points of piercing damage. You sort of hop across 2 more as you're just like ow, 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 and then finally as you like have enough energy to put your foot down again, shriek as the spike comes up. At this point, you're sitting here as you take 4 points of piercing damage. Your already wounded foot just stabbing you again, and you sort of find yourself meandering to the green spot, wounded on both souls. And you find yourself disappearing from here.
Oh shit!
Snake, where did you go? Snake!
I told you it's fun splitting you guys up.
Oh fuck!
Gary, what do
Flynn,
we do?
do you want to go?
Do we run?
I was going to say, do you? I got tricks up my sleeve, but I don't know if you do. So I'm gonna hold back in case
What tricks?
something terrible happens.
What tricks? Now's the time to show him if you got him.
They're my tricks.
I'm not sharing them.
I can't share my tricks.
I
I got monk shit I can do. Maybe.
I will cast Thaumaturgy and depress all of them.
Okay, all right. Not bad at all. Okay, so you press down your thaumaturgy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you just roll like it's a brute intelligence check. Just give me like a good feeling of how magically charged you are.
What intelligence check?
Yeah. With a 12, you push this energy out with your thaumaturgy, and because there's quite a bit of pressure on these things, your blast around you does depress some, and you manage to find that all of the ones in a 5-foot radius around you, sort of everything that's 1 block away, none of them send out a spike.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move forward 1 square. Gary, show us your moves. Show us your fancy monk.
I'm needing to look up some. I'm needing to look up some jump rules here.
I like the idea of like you just like sitting there thinking back to your monk training. Like, was this the coal running we did, or was this something else?
When you make a long jump, you cover the number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So I'm going to move 10 feet, and then okay. When I make a standing long jump, I can only leap half that distance. So half of my strength score.
Come on, I've got another.
My strength score, my strength is 13. So what we call that 6.5. No, we're not going to do this. Step of the wind, I can double jump distance. But all that's doing is getting me basically 13 feet of jump.
Not gonna get you to the other side.
Yeah.
Do it.
However, what's the likelihood that a disengage would pay off here?
Do you feel like you're being attacked by an enemy?
Could I dodge?
I think there's some room for dodging as long as you know what you're dodging from. Depending on your approach here, running aimlessly through it obviously doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I'm only likely to be able to dodge one.
And you don't want to dodge right into another, do you?
Just run! You're a monk. You've got so much dexterity and agility. Just run! I'll be right
Yeah,
behind
that's
you.
true. It's a dex save, isn't it? Okay.
Let's do
This
it.
is
do
not
it.
a puzzle. This is just pain.
And that's puzzling, isn't it?
Rude before. Okay. I'm gonna dash and take patient defense while I'm doing it. So free dodge action.
Beautiful. So you take the first step forward, and
Which
like it doesn't go off. The first step is pain free. Now you're going a straight line forward.
yeah.
The next step that you take, you hear the click, and you hear the subtle difference. Time slowing down in your state of concentration. Go ahead and see if you can dodge.
What?
So dodge just activates, right?
Yeah.
So which
So I figured
which direction are you dodging?
I'll dodge one to the left.
So the I'll say that's here because you were there, right?
No, I was here. This is the first one.
Yeah, so
I moved forward. I survived one.
You stepped on that one, and then you moved.
Yeah, so basically there.
As you step forward, out of the spikes chunk behind you as you land on a square that has nothing happen.
Okay, we're gonna keep dashing.
So is that your dodge action done?
That's my dodge action spent now, and I believe anything from here is now a dex save.
Make a dex save.
For every square?
Which is lucky because it's +8.
Beautiful. So you again,
20.
where are you sort of jumping out of the way to? Make a dex save. As you jump from one spike to another.
Gary's
No.
just yelling, going,
With a 12, you feel the spike come in you. You land unable to jump away, and you take yourself 1 point of piercing damage.
I'll sort that out in a sec. Gary's just running from each thing, going, fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay,
you sprint
straight ahead.
And nothing as you take a step, and then you take another. Click, nothing. And then you click forward again, make a dex save. Oh, there. You give me a curveball, you dodge it. So you've got nothing.
All
nothing
good?
happens. All's good.
All right, we're gonna zig one more time.
Oh, make a dex save.
Come on.
Oh, beautiful. You jump forward into the safe zone as you disappear into darkness.
Shit!
And
Gary! Stick!
we have Flynn alone in this room, and the voice comes over again. Well, it is pretty fitting. All of us find ourselves alone in the end.
No!
I really should have hung around with that health potion.
Will you make it out alive? Or have you got a straight row of traps to your demise?
Let's find out. And Flint kneels down, takes off a boot, and just smacks the tiles all around him.
How many times can you do thaumaturgy? Cantrip?
Yeah, cantrip.
Beautiful. So I think with that bit of flavor in mind, we'll give it to you. You just slap, 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 and all of them have like no spikes around you, and you take a step forward towards the entrance. Slap, 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 and behind you, every slap you do to all three in front of you send up spikes.
What? Where are the spikes?
Yeah.
Behind me, in front of me?
All in front of you. All of the three in front of you where you're sort of slapping.
Shit!
But left and right, as you slap those, they are not spiked.
Okay.
Every step you take, every move you make.
Is going to
I'll be watching you.
move here, then cast guidance on myself,
Beautiful.
and then hoof it first up this way, and then we'll just try and go straight ahead. So is there anything on the one that I just stepped on?
Make a dex save.
Oh shit.
I think let's raise the odds a little, shall we?
What?
No!
As you take a 7, he says, that wasn't very good. As a burst of flame comes out of the one that you just stepped on. Lucky last, I guess.
Shit. Oh, wait. That was...
You can roll a d4 with it, yeah.
Yeah. Is it gonna
So
make any
not quite at
difference?
a 10, unfortunately. So it does 3 points of fire damage.
Shit.
Getting a bit hot in here, are we? Are you continuing forward?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do thaumaturgy again, and just again, as many as I can reach in front of me, just...
Beautiful. Give me an intelligence check.
Three.
Beautiful. So as you push out towards it, the plate in front of you compresses and spikes shoot up. But instead of spikes, they are glacial spikes as the ice comes out. Now you just spoiled it. I was going to take you through sort of a whole thing.
So the ones in the what? How many in front of me went off?
The one in front of you.
Just
that
the
was all
one.
that you were able to sort of push with that 3.
Okay.
The flames ruining your concentration.
Okay, stepping one to the side again, casting. Was it?
Don't go around stepping on things that aren't my traps.
That's the idea, puzzle wedge.
I'm not a wet. How rude of you.
Again with a guidance and running another as far as I can forward. Does anything get me there?
You step forward and nothing happens.
Oh,
Stop it! I tell you, stop it!
again, one to the left and up one.
Winch.
Now we're talking. Make a dex save.
With 1d4.
Your 1d4 extra.
So 15.
At a 15.
15 plus 3, 18.
Oh, nice. So you, again, as you hear, this time you sort of hear it well because of your experience with electricity. As you hear the buzz underneath your feet, you leap forward to avoid it. And this electric spike comes out behind you. And you can see that it was ready to zap anything on its spot as you avoid the damage and land in this square right here.
And just feeling so close, the Flint is just going to just dive for the end.
Beautiful. You leap forward. Give me a athletics check, an acrobatics check. Let's do an acrobatics. It's going to be special.
Come on.
Booyah! your little dwarf bud as you leap through the air, doing a front flip, landing on the green area, touchdown.
Yes!
It fades to black. And before we find out what happened to our adventurers, we are going to have a break.
Woo!
Super.
Jesus Christ, Robin.
All right, guys. We'll be back in, about 10 minutes?
Yeah, we'll do a quick 10-minute break. We'll be back then.
All right, back in
Was
10,
there
everyone.
Soul?
See you guys
That-
there. Well, potentially. We don't know what's happened on the other side of that. Keep
back.
yourselves puzzled.
Back in 10.
See you guys. Welcome back to Raging Rolls as we find out what happens to our adventurers as they continue through the puzzle realm. So
They all survive and they live happily ever after.
are we playing the same game? Just want to make sure. So you all systematically get disappeared from this chamber. And one by one, you're taken to the black room that is empty of everything except a glowing crystal in the ceiling. And as you all do this, you are individually approached by a woman. And starting with the first person out, which was you, Snick, you see a tall half-elf with long flowing hair walk towards you. As they get closer, you can start to tell that they seem a little bit worried and otherwise have a rather fair complexion. They look at you and they say, have you also found your way here, or are you just another one of the illusions?
Illusions? What illusions are you talking about?
Well, I've been stuck in here for quite some time, just being thrown against waves upon waves. I've even tried not rolling the wheel, but the result is even more damaging.
Snack is immediately suspicious. It's been a bit crazy since he got in here. He's not. Is she? Does she appear to be on the up and up?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
While that's happening, do we have a sense in terms of passage of time?
So
have we been?
I'm sort of putting this in between each of you appearing back into like outside of the cave. So this is happening as Snack is teleported out of the room.
This is so. The question's more about our feeling of time, the passage of time, versus when Snack waited a week before coming to find us.
Correct.
Is this all happening on micros?
You have no reference of time.
Okay.
If you can think of a way that you can track time, I'd be happy to sort of put it in that frame of reference.
Because where are we again, DM?
The puzzle realm.
There it is.
You
15.
with your 15, you sense that this woman is sort of definitely a woman. She looks just as real as the rest of your group. She does seem shaken, but to a degree, it seems that she's probably appearing a little bit too shaken for sort of just being in a puzzle place. But it's hard to really pinpoint. But something just feels a little off.
Snack takes out his bow and arrow and just has it on the ready. How long have you been here?
I've slept 3 times, but I haven't seen the sun in what feels like months.
What rooms have you been in?
Well, I was in a room with a bunch of lava, and I lost the first of my group there, and then I was quickly taken to a room that was filled with sort of dark shadows and a purple crystal, and it's there where the rest of us faced off against a barrage of creatures of appearingly random assortment, and they came at us, and I lost our group leader that day, and he just lay there, his lifeless pale body in front of us all. And
What order did you light the candles in the lava room?
well, it took us a bit of time, but we first tried to stick the key into the candle somehow, but eventually lighting the candles as the lava was approaching, we realized that it matched the sequence of the rainbow, and we were able to, just in the nick of time, without one more being killed, get all of them lit.
How did the others die?
Well, the rest sort of carried on. There was one who decided that he would attempt to run across this maze of deadly traps, and he ended up taking what seemed to be the worst possible path, and before he knew it, one step into the other, jumping across to another, and the last thing I saw was a spike impaling him through the neck.
You said you lost them in the candle room, not the other room.
Lost one of them. Yeah.
Shoot her in the foot.
As you do that, the arrow goes into her foot, and her foot, like mist, goes around it. And she says, "Well, isn't that puzzling?" And then poof, disappears. As you again fade to blackness, we now have Gary, who you are also taken out of the realm. The blackness is all around you, as you see lying on the ground, groaning in pain, a dwarven man in plate.
Who are you? How did you get here?
Is that someone real?
Yes.
Do you happen to have any healing on you? Can you heal me?
I'm kind of saving that for myself.
Oh, well, I knew that this would be where I died, but if I have to hear that voice one goddamn more time, I'd rather die now.
Which voice?
The thing up in the sky, the ominous presence, it hurts me.
No idea what you're talking about.
You haven't heard? Or is it just in my head? Is it the insanity that is approaching me? Well,
How did you get here?
I found myself in the middle of my barn. I was settling down one day and I thought I'd get in a bit of sword practice. I donned my armor and my weapon, but as I was about to fight, there was a glow, a whisper, and I approached it, and there was this purple glow coming from one of my haystacks. Digging through, my finger scraped the side of what I now know as the crystal in the center of the room. And from there, I've been trapped in here for years, doing one trap or puzzle after another, one stupid voice line. I've met plenty of other groups through here, but it is time for me to be at my hand.
How did you survive some of the traps?
At some point, you just refuse.
You don't last very long in here. Certainly not years.
Well, I think, to my point, I lay there. I refused to participate. I stood in a room which was what you could describe as a magical forest circle, I think. And when I saw that, it seemed like respite. And I lay there. And I lay there for as long as I could, with the hunger gnawing at me. And eventually, the puzzle master, he just ended up keeping me alive. He seems like he needs me for something, or needs us for something.
So I'm approaching him at this point and give him a good whack with the spear, the butt of the spear, and I say, "Get up, we're leaving."
And just like that, the spear goes through the body, and you see the puzzle, like a hooded figure, just arise through the smoke around you with these glowing purple eyes. And he says, "You truly are an enigma. How puzzling!" And then just disappears. And you again, matched in blackness. And lastly, we get to the Flint appearance. And Flint, you find yourself in a room with 3 other people. They are surrounding a purple crystal, much like the one that you've seen every time that you've fought your battles. And the group, startled, turns around to you. You see a woman with long hair, elvish, with green eyes as she looks at you. You see a dwarf in plate mail look towards you as well. And lastly, you see a human paladin with a hammer and a gold-rimmed shield look towards you, bearing their shield at you. The paladin leading the group looks at you and he says, "Who are you?"
Flick just calls out, "Snack! Gary! Where are you?"
"I do not know who you cry to."
"Who are you? How did you get here?"
They look very carefully towards you. The 2 others surround the sides of you while the paladin approaches you with their shield. And they have their weapons drawn. And they say, "I've had enough of your tempting nature, Puzzle Master.
Who's calling who the puzzle master?
Let's not kid ourselves. You've tried this trick before."
Flint's just gonna lean forward and just have a sniff to see if this person smells like a real person or not.
you smell a person who has not bathed in a while. I don't think being in the puzzle realm is necessarily hygienic.
How long have you been down here for?
You know exactly how long we've been in here for.
How would I know? I have no puzzle master. I'm in the same predicament as you.
Oh, I'm sure that you are. I'm sure you're not just here under the guise of getting us to believe there's hope.
Look, I am also looking for people here. Have you seen a lizard walking by recently? Or a monk up here?
We have seen many of such creatures. There was a lizard folk just the other day that we were forced to slay, and yet it gives us no joy to say that they are now dead.
That's not very helpful for me. What do you plan
I
to
don't
do?
think you're here to help us.
I'm getting the feeling that you're not here to help me either.
Well, how do we prove to one another that we are or are not real?
Well, let's shake on it.
Have you a weapon on you?
Of course I do.
I will drop my hammer if you drop your weapon.
So Flint just puts his hammer in his belt buckle slot thing over his
He follows you in kind, putting his hammer up. He holds out his hand very hesitantly as both the other sort of two come around to you. And as you go to grab his hand, you make contact and you shake. And the look on this man's face is immediately in shock as you're real. And just like that, you disappear into blackness.
Flint disappears into blackness.
Yep. And you all three appear in the room with the crystal in its center, and you're all just there.
Do show, lady.
Snake?
Hi. Flint, I'm sorry. Are you okay? I just wanted to test if he was bullshitting or not. I have a daughter to take care of, so it's better you than me.
It's fine. It's fine. We made it out alive. Let's just be done with it. You can buy me a beer later.
Sure.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Does anyone need a little bit of healing? Is everyone okay?
I'm fine.
I could do with some if you got some.
Yeah.
5 points. Not a whole heap.
Oh, only
Maybe
5.
save it. Maybe save
Yeah,
it.
I'll save it. I'll save it.
Now I have a puzzling question for all of you.
Oh, I thought we were free of this madness.
Make a decision for me. Will you take on a heavier burden, or will you thrust a heavier burden onto others?
What do you mean by that?
Decide! And then just silence.
I'm just gonna turn the DM's voice down because that.
The others could be Sue and Valnaru.
This is true. They are still stuck in this thing. We should free them. We should end this for all.
Yes, but
Jack,
I know
make a perception check for me.
perception. $18.
As you look around the room, you again fixate on the purple barrier that's holding the crystal safely in place. And you see with your sort of keen interest, the place where you had shot the arrow, or at least as close as you can see without any sort of real reference, there seems to be a faint crack that is glowing as it begins to recover, and you see the energy coalesce around it, creating a seal for where your arrow probably hit.
Knowing that, seeing that he would, I would definitely cast Hail of Thorns and shoot an arrow at it.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, 16.
You see your arrow again arcing through the sky, and it hits the barrier, and a shrill sound coming over the air. What are you doing? And he
I rush
says,
up.
fine, if that's how you want it, let's bring you the double burden. And he very quickly brings in two creatures to sort of go against you in this frame of reference. So he says, these are two enemies that have come before. Now you will face them. And
In the meantime, while this is happening, can I rush up and sort of again double tap the crack that's beginning to form?
geez, just trying to speed run this thing, are we? trying to speed run it. Let me quickly move us back to the dark room. Boop. So we will pop this one in, and pop this one in. All right, so yeah, you rush and the puzzle master trying to just spawn protection for this zone. You hit with an 8, and also with your hail of thorns, you start to barrage this thing with damage after damage, and you can see slowly as this energy spider webs across this face of the shield. You again hear the puzzle master yell, "Attack them!" And as with that, you are in combat. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Good to know.
There we go. This is so much easier to do now that I have a mouse. Gary on the nat 20 for initiative.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Well, apparently I rolled it twice again. Let's do that back.
You don't have to double click on everything, mate.
Feels good. Awesome. All right. We have one mystery. Where's Snake?
Snake's just here.
14 initiative?
Yeah, 14 initiative, yeah.
Add to the turn order. Awesome. So, as you all stand around, the push to kill this thing is afoot. And Gary, with a quick attack on this thing, you manage to start breaking it apart. And before anybody can react, you use your monk training, channel that key that flows your body, and you manage to get another barrage of hits in. What are you doing?
I'm trying to look at what's gone and spawned. What am I seeing?
So I'll just quickly make it bigger so that everybody has a good indication. So you see these skulls floating with green energy pulsating from them as they float in midair, red glowing eyes staring right towards you. As the mouth opens to seemingly lunge at you, you have the floor.
They look like the lost souls from Doom.
Except hopefully more dangerous.
Well,
So what are you doing, Gary?
I'm going to wail on the sphere a little bit more.
Ooh, I like your tenacity. Hit it.
So this will be proper combat now, so...
All the dice.
I'll do both actions.
Oh, critical hit.
Holy.
Yeah!
Mm.
All up and that.
Yikes.
While we're at it, we'll finish with an unarmed strike.
Oh, that is a
Probably.
good chunk of damage. Jeez.
Yes.
What do we got there? We got 20, 26, 27, and then we have another 11. So 30, 38.
And
Jesus.
I will spend a key point for what's it called? Patient defense.
This is why we can't have nice things, you know?
So if attacked, it's a disadvantage.
If a shield could bleed, you would see it now. As the energy seems to be dissipating from it, the same sort of wispiness that you have seen all game so far. All right, cool. So that's your damage done?
Yep.
Excellent. As you do this, the skull just right next to you begins to see your attack and is definitely not going to be exactly happy about it, as you might be aware. In response, it is going to send a massive fireball blasting in your direction. So go ahead and make a dexterity save. Gary?
Oh, the suspense.
Sorry, me.
Yeah, dex save.
Dex save. Did that roll? No. Did that roll? Yes.
With a 20, you manage to leap out of the epicenter of the fireball, but it still manages to do half damage at 13 points of fire damage as it shoots from its central mouth as this green fire just blasts out around you.
Is it magic?
Oh yeah.
No, sorry, no advantage.
You didn't use it, did you?
No, I've got some stuff that is advantage on saves for int, wisdom, and one other thing, but not dex.
You are
Anyway, it wouldn't have made a difference. Yeah. What did I take?
13 points of damage.
Oh, so that's halved. Jeez.
Yeah, that dodge did a good job on that.
Still not going to last a whole heap.
Well, hopefully it'll be a race to the finish.
You got this, Gary. You got this.
All right. What you got, Flint?
All right, so Flint will again line up a spot just between the two flaming heads. First, we'll cast. Oh no, we're just going to cast Shatter. Right,
Ooh.
right there,
Hitting both of them?
hitting both of them with a 10-foot
And
radius.
your colleague?
Nope, it's only 10-foot radius.
Nice.
Does that get the barrier in it as well?
It does.
Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good shot of it.
Okay. Must make a, what is it? Saving throw.
What saving throw? Dex?
Con save.
Con.
Sorry.
Oh, awesome. So the one on the left saves with a 20. The one on the right
Saves.
loses their save with a 6.
Yep. Okay. Then let's see what they take.
Beautiful. So it's halved. It's halved
Yep.
for the one that made it. Hey,
Yes, that's right. Halved.
so that halves it to 9. And the other one takes a full 19 points of damage as you see cracks start to appear on the skulls. And again, you see a sort of the outer layer of the shield begin to break down.
And as a movement, he's just going to start move around just a bit further away, about there.
Beautiful. Snack.
All right. I still have my Hail of Thorns up because it's a concentration spell. Got 40 feet of movement. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move all the way down here.
Beautiful.
Arm's way. If I attack the barrier, because Gary's adjacent to it, do I technically get advantage and have my snack attack?
Yep, as if it was a normal enemy.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to then shoot it with my longbow. $17.
17 hits.
Excellent. So longbow damage is 6.
Beautiful.
Then snack attack is an extra 2, and then my Hail of Thorns is a D10. So, oh, that's very good.
Total of 10 damage.
10.
Nice.
Woo! That's not very good.
So, as the arrow goes through the air, it again pierces into the side. And where last time it made a crack, the next time it made a spattering of cracks, this time it finally gives in as the air around the crystal turns dark. And again, the crystal stands there on its own, unprotected. And you hear a cry over the realm, and it says, "Do not dare touch what's mine!"
Cool.
That's practically an invitation.
I still have one more attack with my Dread Ambusher. I'm not going to shoot the crystal. I'm just going to... Gary, grab it! And then I'm going to shoot at... which one cast the fireball?
This one.
That one.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to shoot that one with my longbow.
Beautiful.
19 to hit.
19 hits, yeah.
Excellent. And technically my Hail of Thorns is still active.
Nice.
So it's 9 points of damage. And it has to make a DC saving throw of 14 versus my Hail of Thorns. It's a half damage.
A DC, a dex save, or what are we doing there?
That's a dex save.
Cool. And we have an 11.
No, so he takes
Doesn't
10
make it.
points of damage. So
10
9
points of extra damage?
Extra damage, yeah.
That Hail of Thorns did great.
Yeah, so it's 9 plus the Hail of Thorns is 10 points of damage. So
Well, I'll ask you a question that you might like. How do you do it?
Hey.
yeah, if I can get the arrow through one of the eye sockets and pin it to the crystal, that would be.
I like
very
that flavor. That's beautiful. So this skull flies up into the air, trying to sort of fly up so it can pounce down on you before you strike at the thing again. And just as it rises in perfect level with the crystal, you line up your bow shot, piercing through one of its eyes as it carries the skull into the crystal, and the crystal with a and you can see the energy just start to radiate from it. And just as it's sort of about to explode, you see the cackling of the skull as the energy sort of rattles the jawbone, and you see an explosion of purple light as everything goes white this time.
Maybe it was a good thing that Gary didn't touch the crystal.
I was waiting for the skull to just, be like, doing into a crystal I'm about to grab.
So all of you hear as you come to a sound which is so strange in the context of where you just were. But you hear a crowd, the discussions and the murmurs of a crowd. And you hear something like, "What? Whoa. Huh." And it's like everybody around the place is just sort of looking. And you hear a voice cut over the crowd that was all too familiar to you at this point. And you hear, "That wasn't what I intended." And looking up towards the origins of the voice, you start to take in your surroundings, and all around you are posters and booths, and you realize that you're in an auditorium of sorts, sort of on the ground here, and they've all cleared around you. But you read that you're at PuzzleCon, a convention seemingly here to illustrate the value of puzzles, and up on the stage, a diminutive figure wearing a dark cloak, looking over to a crystal that is now shattered on the podium with them, and a woman standing next to him, an elven woman matching the description of the illusioned one that was seen by some of you. And he looks, it didn't work this way when I last did it. And then he looks across the room. "It was them! They broke my puzzle realm!" And all the audience looks over at you guys, and you just hear a boo. "They are not welcome here! They don't even have tickets! Get rid of them!" and suddenly you see some of the guards come from around the sides of the room, and as they approach you, all of the people sort of make their way away from you, and the guards say, "All right, you've had your fun now. I reckon it's time that we head off, and we won't get you in trouble if you just sort of leave the premises."
What have we done?
What?
Do you have tickets to the Puzzle Con?
Where is this crystal
Mate.
gone?
Sorry, what?
We need-
Snack Day, what's going on?
I'm just trying to do my job.
hired for
alright?
a-
Listen,
They've been missing
I'm
for a
not
week.
really looking for excuses here. Either you have a ticket or you're out.
How many guards are there?
You probably attracted at least 3 guards, but a few of the rest of the perimeter are watching pretty closely.
Are they heavily armored?
They are armored with a baton and sort of clothing illustrating that they are staff of the Puzzle Con. They've got Puzzle Con protection on their on their habits.
How close are we to the stage and the crystal?
I would say that you are probably a good 20 meters.
What's that in feet?
It is a good
That's
good
60
turn,
feet, right?
turn of movement. Yeah.
Can I throw you that far?
We were hired. We
I
were
get-
hired to investigate a purple glow and
Well,
bring
fine.
something back.
What were you
The only-
intended? Look, I'm happy to help you. All right, I really don't care too much about this whole puzzle thing. It's just that right now I'm being hired to protect it, but the guy seems a bit strange. If you got beef with him, I'm happy to sort of just let you know where he'll be later today. Talk about a little bit of backstreet justice and all that.
That
Well,
sounds
he
very
trapped
good
us in
now.
that puzzle room.
Listen, I've seen some many strange things at PuzzleCon over the years. It is a
My-
wild place.
My feet are bleeding. My feet are bleeding profusely.
You can see that, mate. I can really see it. It's pretty apparent when you look at the pool of blood around you. All right. Now, I think it probably is best. You'd probably agree with me here that you go seek some medical attention for that. But if you really feel like just standing outside of here for a couple of hours waiting for this dude, be my
Hey,
guess.
are we? Where are we? Is this Waterdeep?
You notice a lot of sort of similarly dressed people. You wouldn't think that this is a very outlandish guess to make. Everybody still seems to be the same. This all seems to be the right fashion, but you haven't had a chance to inspect outside. And I don't think any of you are followers of the puzzle arts.
No.
So I'll ask the guard. Are we still in Waterdeep?
Oh yeah, that's of course we're in Waterdeep. Where else did you think we'd be?
Well, we've just been somewhere else
Right.
entirely.
I'm really starting to think that you guys might need to leave, urgently.
Okay, where will this guy be later?
Listen, I'll tell you what. He's got himself a caravan out in the dock wards, and you'll find him there. There is a cheaper space there where everybody can sort of rent a piece of grassland. He's, as far as I understand, he's living there with a bunch of the other people from the con. Again, if you try and start trouble, it could lead to an altercation. Not my problem. I'm only here for the convention itself. But the city guards are a lot more, let's say, damaging with their punishments.
What is his name?
He comes by here, and his stage name is Puzzlemaster Jim. But I'm sure that if you ask around, you might be able to get a bit more of an idea. But it's really you gotta leave.
Very well.
Flint is
Kinda,
just looking
like,
completely
kinda
baffled
shrinks down
right
a
now.
bit.
We given up on a snatch and grab.
I think we need to find out what the hell first.
Later.
We need to recover the rest of our group before we try anything drastic like that.
So I should mention, but around you, for the sake of this, there are a few other people that have seemingly jumped in and are around you, but none of them seem to be the party. But you recognize the paladin amongst them, Flint, as he's rounded up along with you all, and he says, "Where are the other two?" And looking up on the stage, he sees the elven woman who has played as a member of his party for such a long time, but is now on stage with the Puzzle Master, and he realizes that for however long he's been in there, he's been working with a group that was fake. And he says to you all, "I'm gonna kill them."
Come with us.
Come with us. I think we have some similar interests here.
Let's all go get a drink after that, and we can have a chat.
And he's like raging with anger. You've never seen a paladin quite so furious, but the righteous sort of domination is just coming off of them in waves. He says, "Fine, if I must cool for now, but I will not rest."
Come, we'll find the nearest tavern.
He lets himself be led with the rest of you.
Okay. Should we just head to the nearest tavern and find out what the hell?
Head to the nearest tavern. Yeah.
We'll make some plans there.
Do we see the other people in our party, or?
You have not yet seen them, no. You see the guard off, and he says, "All right, well, best of luck to you all, and please no more trouble from me. And thank you for coming to PuzzleCon."
Oh, one last question. How long is PuzzleCon around for?
Well, it's a 3-day event over on the 10-day, so it marks the sort of end of the 10-day here. So in about a day's time, everything will start being packed up, and then in 2 days, the start of next 10-day, it'll be all gone.
Thank you.
But it brings a bit of good business in here for Waterdeep, and I support local businesses, doing my bit for the economy and all that.
I'm sure you're right. We may cross paths again and see if we can do some kind of business.
Or if you're ever in the running for some personal security, I'll be more than happy to recommend my company. We do hire out if you need it.
Roughly, how many of you are securing PuzzleCon?
Oh, well, from my organisation specifically, we've got about 10 that we have, but I know just off the top of my head that we got another 2 groups in here. One of them, I think, has around 12. The other one is one of the bigger groups around, and they're sort of part of the militia, and they've got a good 20 unit here. So quite a substantial amount here.
You must see a lot of mess going down to have 42 people in being around.
The things that we see at PuzzleCon, honestly, one of the wildest parties of the year.
When is this wildest party? Given it's 2 days left, I'm guessing it's either tonight or tomorrow night.
Well, typically they celebrate when it's all over. They get all the puzzle masters together in sort of a final hurrah, and there's a lot of different magical herbs that are consumed, and definitely a mixture of potions of bewilderment. I don't partake myself, but I've heard that you can truly have a transcendent experience both in body and in mind, such as the nature of these things.
Are you working that night?
Oh, you bet I'm not. I'm not going to miss it for the world.
All right, we may come back and have a chat then.
Listen, if you ever need any hookups, I'm your man.
All right, we'll keep it in mind. You've been most courteous.
Goodbye. Stay the fuck away from PuzzleCon.
Until it's over.
Until it's over, and they can party with us.
All right, let's head to this tavern and debrief.
So you guys all end up walking towards the tavern, and there are a few extra people as the local taverns are really filling up with local people, sort of fighting their way from PuzzleCon, and you end up seeing there's a bunch of extra waitresses and waiters, and excuse me, I'm gonna see. And you see that they start to serve ale all around. They're bringing out trays of ale, and the bartender says, "If you'd like to drink anything, that'll be a silver piece, please."
Yeah, toss her
Take
a
a
silver.
silver.
Yeah, I'll.
She adeptly catches all the silver being flung at her, counts splays them with her fingers, sees the 3, pockets them, and says,
I'll,
"All
I'll
right."
pay for the paladin as well.
She 1, 2, 3, and then she hands 2 to you. She says, "Okay, so sorry about that," and passes it to the paladin. Come and get me if you need any more drinks. And they start to again meander through the crowded bar.
So we've got a score to settle with this guy.
I want to settle
Jim.
this so
What-
bad.
What was your name? Sorry, dwarf.
My name is McAllister.
McAllister. And how long have you been trapped in that Puzzlemasters realm?
Surely only a week at this point. But so much has happened. And he just sort of loses himself a little bit in his perplexion.
Yeah, we have no idea how much time we were in here for.
You guys have been gone for about a
Snake,
week.
you reckon about a week, yeah. So what, PuzzleCon's been running for a week?
No,
Kind
well,
of like,
the guide said it only went for 3 days.
sorry.
So this started before PuzzleCon.
Back when we met,
This music is
Acq
so
Inc.
intense.
Yeah, it's very intense.
back when we met the Acq Inc. Head honcho, who directed us to the manor north of town, which had the ominous glow. Did he tell us how long it had been doing that for? Is that some-
You typically from what you know of them, they will not let a artifact stay unacquired for long. So they probably heard about it very quickly after sending you all there.
Okay, just trying to establish timelines.
Gary, Snack, should we go back to the Acq Inc guy and just find out if this was a stitch up?
I would very much like to, one, punish Puzzle Master Jim, because my feet are still very sore.
You see a pool of blood as steps into the tavern. But strangely enough,
Particularly as you're drinking, it's just sort of thinned out a little bit.
No,
strangely
no.
enough, your footprints aren't the only ones leading into the bar in a similar manner.
It's like all of us matching piecings, and also that crystal. I'm actually pretty happy that Gary didn't touch it, because when it exploded, that didn't look like it would have been fun for you.
But something tells me that we're going to have to bring that back to Acq Inc. That's what they're after.
Well, I'm sure that Jim won't.
Fuck Puzzle Master Jim.
I'm sure he won't have it too far from himself.
Then we will pry it from his cold dead body.
I am okay with this plan. Can I have a hand?
I too am okay with this plan.
When do we
Now,
propose to
McAllister,
do
do you-
this?
Are you asking me?
Just the group. Is this something we want to do when there's all the festivities going down, or a more quiet evening when Puzzle Jim could be busy doing something else? You know, even though-
Personally, I'd take him in the middle of the party.
Do we suspect that he'll have it on him? And McAllister,
Right.
what's the crystal to you? Or do you just want Jim?
I just want Jim. I don't care about anything else. And that bitch who betrayed me.
Oh, we can relate to that. That's for sure.
Man, I feel like I'm really racially charging this. The elves in this seem to be always the betrayers.
Oh, once bitten.
Well, you're the one that writes the campaign, Robin. So
Yeah, but why am I
the ones that screw us over every time?
elves have to be one of my favorite fantasy races, and here I am. They are just the worst people ever.
They're all drow. Okay, so shall we hatch a plan that on said evening of festivities, the watching McAllister, we can lead you to, we'll find Puzzle Jim, perhaps together, cause a ruckus and let you loose on him, help you get started. We may then, while distractions are abound, we may head off and Snack, you may be able to acquire the crystal while it is not being watched.
Oh,
Yeah, we might need to case his trailer.
Whatever is necessary, I will do.
Yeah,
I can case the trailer.
Case the trailer.
Let me know what you need me to do. Let's not tell Hope that we do this.
Oh god, no.
No. And let us not tell the temples either. For tonight, I am going against the teachings of my order.
We're doing this now, are we?
Well, tonight or tomorrow. I'm very excited about the gym.
I feel like tonight could be an opportunity to case out the joint, the trailer. You're right.
Snack, whilst this is going, Snack's just watching the dwarf paladin, considering he had a strange encounter with a being in the puzzle realm. Just wanting to make sure he's saying the right things. Like, he's not seeming
Make an insight check.
suspicious or anything. Yeah.
And if he's a paladin, has he got any healing that he could distribute?
Let's see what time.
11.
You seem to think that he's on brand. He seems to be saying the things that he should be saying. And do you ask that in character about the healing?
Yeah.
He says,
I hear that paladins have got some special talents.
He says, "Fine, let me see what I can do." And he sort of goes to lay on hands you, and as if expecting holy light to come out of his hands, there's just nothing. As he attempts again to heal you, it doesn't work. He looks visibly frustrated, looking at his hands as if they've betrayed him. And again, he goes to touch you, and nothing. And he sort of just looks down at his hands and says, I have strayed too far from the teachings of righteousness. The anger that flows through me now, unquenching. I cannot.
You're going to stray a little further by the end of the next couple of days.
I guess being a fighter isn't all that bad.
Snack really wants to shoot him in the foot.
It worked last time.
It did, but no. After the last time he shot someone in a crowded tavern, he's not going to do that.
Oh yeah, true. That led into an interesting murder investigation, didn't it?
Yes.
Well then,
That's
what are we doing tomorrow?
I think we need to
wait for case this trailer park.
I will need another drink before I do anything.
I can case the place tonight.
Are you okay doing that alone?
Sure.
Oh, good. I need to go see what has become of my life here.
Perhaps,
I think it would be
vengeance
best
is
if you stay with us. We don't want you to stay with these guys. We don't want you to, find yourself in an awkward situation.
I appreciate that. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Why is it me?
Because you're the one that's talking.
I'm such shit charisma.
It's a very hospitable wizard,
9!
I think I'd be best if I go back. I don't know what to expect, but trust me, you will not lose me in this conquest against these betrayers.
What time of day is it?
At this point, that was the prime spot. So that was like 3 p.m. in the conference. So you might be like 4 now as you sat here chatting and drinking for a while.
Why don't we go and have a little look at this caravan? Just on the way back to wherever we're heading. just to check it out what its surroundings are like.
Well, we can check to see if we can go by there and then see if the rest of the party, where's like Valanaru and what's it, the short one, the really angry one.
Sue.
Doesn't like. Oh yes, that one. See where they're at.
I actually met someone of that description inside of the puzzle realm.
You did? And what became of them?
Yes. I challenged them, much like I challenged you when we first met. And I, in jest, said that they were quite short, and he pulls up like the side of his armor on his side, and you see like a slash that's through his like on his ribs. He says, "He made sure that I regretted that."
Yeah.
As long as you didn't say as a girl's name. He's not quite fond of that.
I never got that far, but I don't think I'll be saying anything this time either.
So, where to then?
Shall we go and check this place out?
I think we shall.
The caravan?
It is early in the day. Let's just have a walk down to the dock ward and see what we see.
Let's. And so the paladin, leading out of the door, begins to make their way to the dock ward, where there is this sort of encampment of people. And you all follow?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'd like to go ahead a little bit, just to scout ahead, like be a bit more sneaky. Sneak.
Go ahead and make a perception check as you sort of go ahead and be a sneaky snack. Oh, with a 21, well done. So you're looking out amongst the rest of the caravans, and you notice it's quite full here. Lots of activity. Lots of people have stayed behind that didn't actually go to the con, but rather help with the rest of the preparations and things like that. And there are guards that are around here more so than normal, from your knowledge, but that's sort of as much as to be expected from being sort of obviously filled now with these caravans.
Are we seeing detail on the caravans, the trailers?
There are definitely some that shine out. There are some that are branded based on the different crews that they are. You see one that's like big bold letters embroidered to the side of the canvas tent. The motley puzzlers, and you see another caravan that is made purely of wood and etched in the side by masterful chisel work. Is ye old puzzle supplies, and you find that there are quite a few number of establishments that are laid out here, as well as a few that are unnamed. But sort of in one of the bigger tents, not quite the center, but sort of in the a bit east of the center itself of this camp, you see a tent which stands out from its black and purple design. And you do see there a sort of embroidered, which is like this is property of the Puzzle Master.
Is there a lot of guards around, or like this?
Like
tent, or-
they're around, but they're sort of just patrolling the whole area, not really doing a perimeter or anything.
All right, can I stealth and get as close as possible?
Now, are you doing this alone?
Yeah, I was sitting to the others to like wait, and I want to like see if I can get how close I can get. So
Cool. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
please roll well.
Oh,
No,
I think that is the
snake
opposite
eyes.
of well. As you
Snake
attempt,
eyes.
as you attempt to sneak through here, you manage to get quite your way through, where suddenly you are looking up to see where the guard is that you once saw, and your foot catches on a tent rope, which is, as you know, quite a danger in these campgrounds. And flop, you smack down, and as you get up, you hear, "What are you doing here?"
Hi, I was just having a good time. I've just been at the puzzle con. It's been very fun. How are you?
make a performance check. Or deception. I'll get you choose which one works for you.
That doesn't matter. They're both negative modifiers.
Listen, I saw you walk in here, and you were absolutely fine. I think you are up to no good. I'm going to have to ask you to leave, unless you can show me a visitor's badge.
Oh yeah. Let me just and I start to like.
Hey Jim, over here.
Jim?
And you see somebody from like the direction you're trying to walk to, a big burly guard, make their way in. Yeah, what's that, Tim? Yeah, nothing. This guy looks like he's trouble. Oh yeah, well, we know what we do to troublesome ones, don't we? We asked them to leave. We heard the training last week. Please, could you vacate the premises before we call the Waterdeep police?
Isn't that the way? Is that the right way out? Which way is the best way out?
Let Tim here take you out.
In the meantime, while there's a distraction, I will try and steal a lanyard or a parts from the nearest person to me.
Beautiful. So you walk up to an unassuming woman wearing the lanyard very openly. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. Boom. With the 26,
Jesus Christ!
Do the classic
+8.
accidental bump and lift maneuver. Suddenly you're wearing the lanyard when she looks at you. What do you say to her?
Get out of my way. Which way are you going?
Well, that's not very nice. I was minding my own business until you came barreling through here. Mind your own business.
You walked into me.
No, I was walking here before you were.
Are we going to have an issue?
I've had too much trouble already. Just get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. She storms off, and you find yourself with a badge in the middle of this encampment.
I'm going to eye off someone else. See if we can do this a couple of times.
So again, there's a group of men who seem to be not dressed for any sort of performance, who are just chatting around in a little group, which appear next on your sort of survey of the lands.
I walk up to them, got a couple of coins in my pocket, trip, and basically launch the coins into the air onto the ground.
One of them says, "Yeah, mate, yeah, I didn't want to drop them right there, did you?
Is anyone stooping down to help me?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll help you out with this ones." And he leans down to try and pick up some of the coins with you.
Cool.
Oh!
With a nat 20, you go and he helps you pick up some of the coins, and you pat him on the back to say thank you. And as you do, you slip your finger under the lanyard, lifting it over, putting your arm on your sort of waist, and say, "Well, thank you."
I feel like I should be able to empty his pockets with that too.
And with that same roll, the other one comes and says, "What's your deal? What are you here for?"
I'm here to see the Puzzle Master, the Puzzle Realm.
He goes to shake your hand and he says, "Name's Matthew."
Name's Phil.
Do you shake his hand?
No.
As you deny it,
Hands jammed in my pockets, trying to protect everything that I've just lifted from people.
and he says, "Well, if you're ever looking for some company while you're here, we're always here to chat."
No, I'm good. I'm trying to track down the Puzzle Master.
Well, the tent over there, the purple one, I believe that's him. He's a bit of
That one, yeah. I forgot
an
about that.
idiot, no. But if you want to chat to him instead of us, I guess I understand.
I want to understand what went spectacularly wrong during this presentation.
Oh, did he have a stuff up? Did he?
Yeah, I think
You're gonna have to tell me more than that.
his puzzle failed on him. Exploded very
Yes.
publicly, very messy.
Yesterday he came in here bragging that he developed some whole new way to be puzzling. You know, no more needing to wait and to invite people in or to have customers come, but rather he could just take them from where they were and push him through the puzzles. And he said it had enough energy to sustain itself, but obviously not, eh?
Obviously not. No.
Oh, what a good day. It means that the traditional puzzle art stays alive and well.
Yes. Well, you have a good day.
Oh, and you too. Thank you for this news. I will perpetuate it across all of our field here.
Awesome.
But I'm not a gossip. I don't want anybody saying anything like that.
No. We've got to approach the new technologies with a grain of salt. You know?
And a great deal of skepticism. Now, goodbye, Phil. You have a great day. And he goes back and just chatting.
Turn to the others, and I'm like,
One more!
actually, we need 4 if McAllister's gonna come to the ride.
McAllister looks around. He's like, 4? So next up, you have a young girl walking with her mom, sort of heading towards you as you walk between these tents, as they're just chatting to each other.
And I do minor illusion and have a big dog come out from behind a tent and basically sit down right in front of them.
The little girl immediately just runs up, and she's like very much going to touch it, which you know will break. Like she'll know that it is an illusion.
I yell out, "Stop!"
The mom make a persuasion check.
He can actually be quite fierce.
The little girl says, "No, he's not," and goes up and touches the dog. "Mommy, this is a funny dog. It's just she's like claps, and there's like no resistance."
And I go, "You're right. He is a funny dog." And I point a little bit further to the right, and I go, "And there's a cat."
"Oh, it's a kitty as well."
And there's a rabbit, and they're just bamfing, so just rattling off animals. So I tap Mum on the shoulder, and I go, "What's her favorite animal?" And while I'm doing that,
the mom smiles a little bit, and she says, "Well, she really likes deers."
Deers.
Yes, deers.
And I go, "Like the one over there."
And
no way, on minor illusion. It's going to be a wee deer.
the daughter says, "Mom, it's a baby deer." And the mom just smiles and says, "Thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. She's been having a rough day, but it's nice to have someone cheer her up. We must be going now. We're going to go grab some early supper before the rest of the people get out. But you have a good day."
You have a good day.
No, you have a good day. And she walks out of there without a lanyard on, as she just smiles at the lovely kindness of a stranger. The little girl lays back. "My funny animal man."
Alrighty. What else we got? What other bag of tricks?
Well done, Gary. Well done. Thank you.
That's me spent from a cool shit to do.
You're like, "Damn it, those are all my spells."
We can try that again, but I think we need variety. I got a tinderbox. And I am going to light the corner of a tent.
Go from like petty larceny straight to arson. Fantastic.
We're escalating real good right now. Okay, so I want you to first. I need a stealth check from you if you're trying to do this without getting caught.
Whose tent are you setting on fire?
I don't know.
Jim's?
The nearest one.
You have a +8 to stealth.
I do.
That is phenomenal. Like, I feel like
I
haven't really seen you as the super sneak, but you definitely have it.
Yeah, he's
because I keep forgetting.
Than Snack.
So proficient. Some of that's coming from background. I forget, but sleight of hand is definitely a background perk.
No,
That's the +8 too. So yeah,
so
attempting
you're
to
definitely an unethical monk, you know.
only. Oh, Gary is as unethical as they come. He bombed out of monk school.
He went to the school of life.
Yeah.
He got taught by the streets.
Now it's only a minor fire.
Yes. So it's a little sort of smoke starts to arise as you start to sizzle the corner of this tent.
Yeah, and then I'm going to walk away a little bit further, and then as some people start to get closer, I go smoke.
You see a few men and a woman from around the area all run in to try and see what's going on, and you see three men, one dwarf, one elven man, well dressed, and a human and a lady dwarf all surround the area of the fire. One of the men yells, "Grab some water!" And one of the other men runs to try and get a bucket. What do you do?
I point him in the direction where I go, I think I saw a bucket that way.
All right. And runs that way.
And I pat the other guy on the back and I go, where's it coming from? And while I do...
With an 18, you manage to grab the lanyard, rip it off of their neck, and you sort of fade your way into the back as they start to try and figure out what to do with this fire. One of them stamps on it.
I was going to say, do we think we might need 2 more for Stuart and Valnaru? Because I've got a group of people here. I could just be like...
go ahead and make just like a quick sleight of hand check to cover all those.
Bang, bang. I only heard it go once, right?
One of them, you managed to like fumble it, but the distraction is enough, but you were able to grab a few more as these guys are all trying to run around, and in the bustle of it, you managed to grab all that you need.
Jesus Christ.
And you're kitted out with like lanyards on all fingers. Lanyards for Danny.
Gary's a little kleptomaniac.
A little? Like, well, actually, no.
I said he's small. He's a little big kleptomaniac.
And as you head back to your party, you hear behind you as the fire is subsided, the guards come over with all the commotion, and you hear just as you start to walk away, "Where are your lanyards?" And they all sort of just start panicking as you sort of head further away. Now, I think before we dive further in, this is a good point to sort of call it for tonight, as we start to uncover the mysteries of the tent of the Puzzlemaster, and we can hopefully get everybody together again for next session to get
Please,
that done.
everyone, donate so that Robin doesn't use the high-pitched voice anymore.
There's a subscription tier where that voice doesn't get used, and it has not been reached yet.
Please get there. I have tinnitus in my right ear now.
Hey, it's a little gift from me to you that you'll always remember me by. So, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. I really hope that you found it entertaining, puzzling, and all those good things. And remember that we stream every Thursday at 8 p.m. Australian time. And we look forward to you joining us again next week.
Take it easy.
What is next week?
Okay.
Next week, we will probably be back in Waterdeep, potentially.
Yes.
But we will be updating on socials depending on which way we decide to go. So stay tuned and make sure you're following us there. Otherwise, you will just get to be surprised by what we do on Thursdays.
And thanks for joining us. As always, follow us on twitch.tv/ragingrolls. You can now find us also on ragingrolls.com and all the regular social things. We have a website. But for now, let's go and raid another Dungeons and Dragons Twitch stream. Enjoy the show of, I can't even pronounce this, Neku is me. So take it easy, guys. Say hi from us.
Yes.
Good night.